It was a lot, you know, like a lot of people, a lot of dynamic, a lot of stuff. I was in my head a lot. With that being said, she went out and did things that hurt me, and so it was just this hurt. I've hurt her, she hurt me.
The gossip mill is absolutely on fire this week, and word on the street is that Justin Bieber has just dropped a bombshell. He's filing for divorce from his wife, Hailey Bieber. For months now, rumors have been swirling, especially on the TikTok scene, suggesting that Justin might be calling it quits with Hailey. Initially, many dismissed it as pure speculation, but now Justin himself has weighed in on this juicy piece of drama, and the fan base is going absolutely bonkers. Why are people convinced it's going down this year? And most importantly, what did Justin spill about the whole thing? The whole divorce rumor circus kicked off with a wild theory circulating on TikTok, gaining momentum over the past few weeks. It's become such a hot topic that some folks are almost rooting for it to happen. It all started with the notion that Justin Bieber was in a mad rush to tie the knot. Why? Because the word on the street was facing deportation from the USA. Now, let's rewind the clock to Justin's teenage years, or as many fans like to dub it, his wild bad boy era. Back in those days, Justin found himself in quite the legal pickle, racking up arrests and courtroom appearances, like they were going out of style. He faced charges for everything from speeding and drunk driving to public urination and even resisting police. It was a roller coaster ride through the justice system.
Mr. Bieber, you are charged with the following: DUI, alcohol or drugs, resisting without violence, and driving with an expired driver's license.
You see, during that time, Justin held a visa for individuals with extraordinary artistic talents. But having a visa isn't the same as being a full-fledged U.S. citizen. Given his legal woes, there was a looming threat that he could find himself kicked out of the country due to his extensive rap sheet. But it gets even messier. Justin's popularity was plummeting faster than a lead balloon, and he clinched the title of the most disliked celebrity in some surveys. In fact, there was a petition with over 1 million signatures calling for his deportation back to his Canadian homeland. To add more spice to the mix, he was entangled in a hot and cold relationship with none other than Selena Gomez. Rumor had it that he was itching to pop the question and tie the knot with her. Both of them faced the marriage question in interviews, and while they expertly dodged it, Justin's body language betrayed a mischievous smile every time the topic came up. But we all know how that tale unfolded. Just a few months later, the Justin and Selena love story took a nosedive into Splitsville. Some fans think Justin had popped the big question to Selena and she had given him the cold shoulder. Mind you, we can't say for sure if that's fact or fiction. What this meant for Justin was that he had a ticking time bomb on his hands. He still faced the looming threat of getting booted from the US, especially with Selena unwilling to walk down the aisle. That was essentially the death knell for their romance.
Justin 1000% behaved as though he was devastated that he and Selena were breaking up again and that he would never get over her and always love her, and was telling her things to that effect as recently as the same week he started dating Hailey, and then told Selena he was still in love with her as recently as the day before he married Hailey in a quickie courthouse ceremony.
No.
Just 2 months down the line, Justin was already in a brand new fling with Hailey Baldwin. In case you didn't know, Hailey had been a diehard Justin Bieber fan since the pop sensation's early days, and they had crossed paths on multiple occasions. Then, just 2 months more, they decided to take the plunge and say, "I do." So the million-dollar question on everyone's lips was, why the rush to the altar? I mean, during that time, most folks are still swimming in the honeymoon phase with everything in their relationship seeming peachy keen. But when you dig a little deeper into their marital arrangements, you discover a rather intriguing twist. They appeared to have entered into a 5-year marriage contract. Now, this is where things get juicier. Despite their public claims of having no prenuptial agreement, right after the wedding bells chimed, they conveniently set one up. This got the rumor mill churning, and many believers out there think that the hush-hush prenup was a sly move to keep prying eyes away from their 5-year marriage contract. Yet, some relentless fans still dug into their private affairs, convinced that this all ties into the labyrinthine workings of the U.S. citizenship system. Now, I'm no legal practitioner, and this theory is far from confirmed. It's just what I've picked up from people on TikTok and my own online findings. But when a non-US citizen ties the knot with a US citizen, they typically secure the right to stay in the country. However, if they happen to split up before hitting the 5-year mark in their marriage, it can raise some serious red flags. You see, the state might start asking some probing questions if the marriage ends too quickly. The non-US citizen may still get a green card, but suspicions can run high. However, if you can make it past that 5-year milestone, things tend to go much smoother. Most folks will simply chalk it up to a marriage that didn't quite stand the test of time. This, my friends, is what the theory suggests Justin is banking on. Now, if we do a little math, Justin and Hailey took the plunge in September 2018, which puts their 5-year anniversary in September 2023. But the theory enthusiasts claim that it would be just too darn obvious if Justin and Hailey split right after hitting that 5-year mark, and it would set off alarm bells in the public eye. After all, their marriage is under a massive microscope. However, this doesn't mean he can't seek a divorce up until the end of this year. Some argue that Justin and Hailey's love story is the real deal, straight out of a fairy tale. But the theory makers have a comeback for that too. According to them, Justin was never head over heels for Hailey. Nope, they say he was just using her all along. And when you peek at some of the situations they've had, you start to wonder, like that time they were in Mexico, and Hailey was clearly miffed at Justin for some mysterious reason. Now, in any normal relationship, you'd try to figure out what's bugging your significant other, right? Not Justin. Instead of sorting things out, he's out there busting moves and even poking fun at her. But that's not all. When they had a spat, Justin apparently spilled the beans to Hailey that the only reason he was with her was because of her looks.
If you weren't so hot, I would have got rid of you a long time ago.
Ouch! And just when you thought it couldn't get juicier, let's talk about one of Justin's verses in DJ Khaled's track, Pop Star. He name-dropped Ariana and Selena and then mentioned his visa in place for Hailey. For those not in the know, it's a sly reference to all his past flames. Yeah, that sparked suspicions that he's viewing Hailey as nothing more than his golden ticket to stay in the good old USA. Ouch, right? It makes you wonder if he's wearing the husband hat or just using it as a prop. Justin recently cashed in on his music by selling the rights to his entire catalog for a jaw-dropping $200 million. Typically, artists get a cut from their songs forever, as long as people keep jamming to their tunes. However, if Justin and Hailey were to split, Justin might have to fork over a slice of his royalties to her. Now, the theory buffs reckon Justin's got way more dough than Hailey, so if they part ways, he'd only be shelling out a fraction of the moolah. He could even snatch back his music rights without handing over a single dime to her. Now, this point is as clear as day and raises some major red flags. Oh, and we can't forget about Kendall Jenner, a close pal of the Biebers. She accidentally spilled some tea during an interview, suggesting that their marriage might have been, well, arranged. But the more I go over this theory, the more it starts to make sense. I mean, it would explain why Justin and Hailey rushed into marriage so quickly, and why they always appear a tad awkward together in public. If you check out snapshots of their smooches, you'll notice Justin's got that forced look on his face, as if he's dying to make a run for it. Now, whether this is due to the whole Selena Gomez and Hailey Bieber drama or something else entirely, it's hard to say, but there's always been a sense of something being a little off in the Justin and Hailey love story, at least in my book. So what's your take on all this? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and check out one of these videos.